We have people being chased by Taliban because they were advocating education, to people being shot by the military because they were advocating for freedoms and rights. People's houses got bombed and they have to be evacuated, going through a tunnel for 30 hours, getting into Egypt just to escape. There are things like that happening outside of Malaysia. I'm Kim, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Picha Project. Together with my other two partners, Suzanne and Swilin, we founded the Picha Project two years ago. And the Picha Project today empowers refugees that can cook in Malaysia through a sustainable food business. The three of us were actually volunteering in a refugee learning center 4 years ago. And a lot of our kids were dropping out of school at that time, and we were very worried of the situation, so we went to their homes to try to understand why. And we found out that there is a very big financial problem within the community because they are not allowed to work in Malaysia. Malaysia has not signed the 1951 UN Refugee Convention, so it was really hard for them to find sustainable income to sustain their lives in Malaysia. And that's how the Picha Project came about, where we allow refugee families to cook at home, and we will open up the marketplace and also arrange logistics to be delivered to our customers. A family that we've worked very closely and is very dear to our heart. It's actually a family from Syria, and it's our late chef called Zaza. So Zaza passed away last year due to cancer, and his whole family came from Syria. Zaza was a very, very hardworking, diligent, and very kind and generous chef to us, from cooking with so much love to making sure that all of us won't starve, and we're trying to make sure that they don't starve, but they're trying to make sure that we don't starve. I really appreciate this guy. His spirit has been embodied into the Picha Project today. Before he passed away, during the Ramadan period, he mentioned that he wants to cook chicken mandi for people that are really in need around the masjid area. Unfortunately, he couldn't fulfill his wish, and we tried to fulfill his wish by creating a movement called the Zaza movement, where people can put in money, allow refugees to cook, and we will send the food to people that are really in need. We want to create this movement in remembrance of such generous. He has shown us like how a family should really look like. A family across borders should really look like. Picha Project was doing and accelerating it to prove to people that this business model can exist for the marginalized community. So we were very, very appreciative towards what Magic has been trying to do for the Picha Project. I think the Picha Project is trying to prove to the society that we can be an inclusive society. We can have inclusive economic, and people that are marginalized can actually contribute to the economic of our nation. I want people to remember the work that we do so that they can replicate it, they can get inspired by it, and put it into the work that they do. We don't want to be just a business, we want to be a movement as well, for people to find sustainable solutions, not just in the refugee community, but in other communities. And that's what we want people to remember us for, as one kind. There's no difference between us. The only difference are our skin, the language that we speak, the things that we eat, but there's no difference. And instead of looking the Picha Project just as a business, the Picha Project can be the bridge to many integration problems, to many cultural problems. We can definitely prove to the world that we can do it. Just imagine 3 Chinese young girls and all our chefs are Muslims. What more can we do, right? We can do so much more.